G'day. Well, it's a bit later in the day than normally I'll go out, but we're going to go out and see if we can't get some meat. I've taken the two young dogs, Borry and Prickle, out, see if we can get a pig. Normally I'd be a bit wary about hunting this time of the day, around 9 o'clock, because it's too hot. Normally I'd be trying to be back at camp by now, but we've had a lot of rain overnight and it's quite overcast, and the weather's nice and cool, and we're also going to be hunting up a nice shallow creek, so I suspect the pigs will actually be out during the day rooting up the nice soft ground from last night's rain. So yeah, we're going to see if we can't put one of them on the ground. So with the breeze steadily in our face, we set off up the river. It was nice and shallow and clear, so if we did get a pig, we had every chance to cool down without getting eaten by a snapping handbag. Always good to know when figs are dropping. There's one fig tree there. I don't think this fruit has come from it. Where the figs are, the pigs are. We'd been going for about 2.5 k's up the river without much action, till we finally came to a little swampy area, started hitting some fresh sign. The dogs started getting excited, their tails went up, they disappeared, then it was all on. Finally on its track, but now they're more than a k away, across the river, miles off. They never let me have an easy pig, these dogs. By now it was starting to get hot, and I had to put on the pace to get to the dogs before they started overheating. Looks like they've had the good luck to pull it up on the edge of a waterhole at least. Good dogs! That is a good boar. Well, Borry's obviously decided that he's had enough for the time being. He's backed off into the shade and let the young baler do the work. Good boy, mate. Good boy for not hanging on until your buddy cooked. That's what I want in a buddy holder. Good dog. Good boy. That's a good pig. Good dogs. Took you a while to get him, but good dogs. Good dogs. Hey? Good dogs. Oh, that's a beauty. Well, not in body size, but yeah, good mature boar. It's better than running all this way for a sow or something similar. This poor white dog's got the wobbly boot on. It's a bit too far for him to run in this heat, so going to make sure he has a bloody good wallow here, and myself, and we'll deal with this pig. Good dogs! Well, as seems to be the norm for me at the moment, it's a hard-earned boar, no doubt about it. He's I say sort of around the mid-70s in body size. Looks pretty good condition. Decent set of hooks on him. Dogs did really well to stay on him actually, because initially they spooked him. They blew it. He was on to us before we were on to him, and I heard him take off through the scrub, and Prickle sort of was on him for about 200 metres, then lost him, or lost confidence, and came back. And they both worked around really bloody hard and finally got back on his trail. And they went about 1.6 k's, which in this place in heat, I can tell you it was a bloody big effort. Bloody big effort for yeah, the dogs and for me, it's got to be said. Not quite as fit or conditioned as I would like to be, but that probably goes for most of us. So yeah, poor old Borry the holder, he was a bit warm when I got here. He was lying down under a bloody bush, and letting the baler Prickle do all the work, bail up this pig. Pig wasn't interested in going anywhere. He was sort of backed in against a bank, just in his little water hole here, and she was making sure he was contained, so he didn't even know it was there. And I just sort of leant over the bank, and the old pumpkin chucker barked and did its job. So it's a very long way back to camp now, so I'm going to have a gut this pig and have a bit of a rest up in the shade, go and find maybe a cleaner water hole, have a bit of a soak with the dogs, then come back and carry this bugger out. Good pig, good dogs. Alright, now for everyone's favourite bit. This is where I throw this smelly bugger on my back and cart him the 2.2 k's back to camp. It's going to be a bit of an effort, this one, though I have made it slightly easy by removing his head, carrying the jaw like that. Just makes it a little less awkward, as well as obviously reducing some weight. So anyway, I'll stop talking shit and get to work. Whew, this is going to be a fun one. It's funny, yeah, this seems to get a little harder with every birthday I'll have. Might be a correlation there somewhere. Anyway, onwards. At least we got some meat for camp. Oh, that's better. Starting to get a little bit warm carrying that pig out. So got it as far as the river. I think I'm going to yeah, be a bit of a sook on this one and go back and get the vehicle and get the vehicle a bit closer and take it out that way, because the heat is starting to get to me a bit. Dogs too. So I'm going to retreat to camp, cool down for an hour, come back and get this pig.
The witching hour comes on a